Everyone, welcome yourselves back to the YouTube channel. I'm back for the next episode of Chucky Season 2. Hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and be sure to let me know down below in the comments if you're enjoying the show. Spoilers ahead, and enjoy. So, we're on episode 4 of Season 2 already, this week being a murder mystery episode focusing on Tiffany Valentine in the body of Jeff Tilley as she gets visitors from Glenn Glenda and multiple other family members as a kill happens and the attempted escape of Nika Pierce. None of the kids appear this week as that's set for next week and the continuation of when the Colonel rocks up. So I thought it was a good episode, a well-paced episode. I thought that they actually achieved some of this episode. It could have easily been something like Nika attempted to escape and then did end up escaping and being the typical thing that season 1 dealt with. But ultimately, they are progressing with this Nika Tiffany storyline. I'm intrigued to see if she actually leaves the house for the first time now. I was a big fan of Glenn and Glenda's characters. They may be the first characters I've ever seen on screen who are non-binary. So obviously some new writers are introduced into the story because obviously the doll. I think Glenn, who appeared in the original film, said he wanted to be a boy, wanted to be a girl, and now he's both. It's been a while since I've seen the movies properly, so I can't really remember how these came about. But it's incredible to see the flashbacks. The flashback they showed to one of the movies where she was asking, how she killed before, and ultimately they was trying to get into Jennifer's head. The full manipulation of Glenn and Glenn in this episode was really good. The family members were okay and played a part in the murder mystery of the butler's death, the guy in the elevator's death, and ultimately they all had a bit of a thing for Jennifer Tilly, but they don't know it's Tiffany Valentine. And it's going to be intriguing to see what she does going forward. Will she kill the family members? Will the family members just leave randomly? How will she track down Nika now that she's with returning star and obviously not dead Kyle? I think that was so obvious, by the way, when the house blew up. It was when a character of her status, like on Andy, who's obviously not been seen yet, they're obviously not going to be dead. You don't bring these characters back to kill them off screen. It's as simple as that. So I'm intrigued to see how they work out, how Glenn, or is it Glenda? I think Glenda's the one who went with Nika. Glenn stayed back. So I'm intrigued to see where they go with this story because yeah, it was a very drawn out episode in a sense, but they pasted it as best as they could. What it was. Some of the characters were intriguing, but I don't think we'll see much of them again because they don't really play into the overarching story. I'm intrigued to see how Jennifer's sister got into the room. So there's a lot to think about. There's a lot to um be excited for. Like I said, Nika's finally separate from Jennifer, which is I think the first time in a long time. So it's gonna be cool to see them storylines be played. And I like how the formula they're doing. They're doing Jennifer's episodes, doing the kids' episodes, and Jennifer's first episode without Chucky. Well, not on the main section, but he was on the the talk show section, if you will, and an appearance from Liv Morgan, which I thought was really cool, getting to see her killed off screen. Um, I don't know if that was a real interview she did, but I think it was really cool how they played into it and that she actually was killed. It's just really cool how they do the Chucky episodes. They did it by acts. They did it like Death on the Nile style, Agatha Christie, and I just thought it was well put together. This episode altogether. So violence wise, intensity, murder mystery, and storyline purposes, it was a very good episode. So you guys let me know down below in the comments. What do you think of this episode of Chucky? Murder mystery is one of the best things about horror. And detective work, it's so good and always funny. I love the accent some of the actors put on, the French accent, the British accent. The chemistry was great, and it was really cool to find out, where the bullets went and ultimately who and how the butler died and how they got into the room and what the plan was to get Nika out. So really cool, really awesome to see that Glenn and Glenda sort of turned the back on the mother, but ultimately Glenn stayed back because she still cared about her mother's feelings, ultimately not knowing that she is Tiffany, so she may have put herself in danger. So I'm intrigued to see where that goes. So subscribe and like as always. Do let me know down below in the comments if you enjoyed this episode and what you're thinking of this season so far. And I'll see you next one. Bye.